All right, we got some more disposables to review. Today, we got another device by Artrix. These two right here inside of the packaging are gonna be called the Astick or the Astick. I'm not entirely too sure how to pronounce that, but nonetheless, it's a 1G disposable. Now, it doesn't stop there. This actually has some pretty decent features for this tiny little device. Now, you guys already know that obviously this is mostly meant for like wholesale companies, but if you are an individual that wants to get your own, I believe they do have their own shop. Now, the main specifications about this little disposable right here are gonna be 280 milliamp battery. It's gonna be 1 gram, like I said earlier, and it's gonna have their flat mesh core ceramic inside of here, which is supposed to give you the best tasting hits, perfect cloudage. It's not supposed to burn your terps. And honestly, I have tried some other Artrix devices that have that same flat mesh core. So if it's the same one that they have in all of them, then I think we might be in for a treat, all right? So without further ado, let's just go ahead and crack this open, show you guys everything inside. So like I said, I got 2 in here, but since I have so many disposables that I review all the time, I only end up really filling up 1, all right? So without further ado, let's go ahead and give you guys a quick little close-up of this bad boy. Small, compact, it has a screen right there that you could go ahead and see all the oil, whether you're running low or not. And I don't know if you guys can see that flat mesh in there, who knows, but on the top right here is where you could go ahead and fill it up through the center hole. Recently, they've been making it a little bit harder to fill these up, I'm not gonna lie, because the disposables that I've tried in the past have a huge gap in them that you could go ahead and just use a regular syringe, right? But recently, they've been using that little super small hole right there where you actually have to have one of the syringes that has a thicker needle so you could go ahead and actually get it down to the post, which in my personal opinion makes it harder for your everyday consumer because the syringes that they actually give out in dispensaries or even your plug are just like the Dablicator ones that doesn't have that needle, right? So it does make it a little bit harder to fill these up if you're just a regular user. Just take that into consideration when you're looking into different disposables, right? So it does have a red tip, as you guys can go ahead and see right here. Now, I believe you could go ahead and customize those depending on what color you want it. Just go ahead and take that off. And now that I showed you guys everything about this device, let's just go ahead and fill it up and let's just go ahead and get to taste testing. Now, before that, you already know you have to go ahead and prime these. I'm gonna go ahead and mention it every video because it is super, super necessary, all right? And then if you wanna go an extra step, just go ahead and charge this up fully. I believe this does have a USB-C, yeah, right there on the bottom. Every single one of these devices has that, so make sure that you have it fully charged and that you have it filled up to the brim. And without further ado, let's go ahead and do that right now. All right, so we got it filled up right here. And one thing that I noticed was that this little silicone piece actually comes off. So if you're like going out to hang out with a bunch of homies, throw a party, whatever the case is, and you're gonna be passing it around, you might wanna cop an extra couple of silicone pieces, maybe switch them out between certain people's hits. That way you're not getting sick, you're not transferring bacteria, germs, all that good stuff. So that's kind of a W, all right? And not only that, but you can go ahead and clean these out because I know the mouthpieces usually get gunked up with oil, leading to clogged up hits. So this right here is pretty innovative, right? So as soon as you take it off, this still stays intact, so there's not going to be any oil dripping as long as you leave it upright. And just go ahead and slap it right back on and it's ready to go. So let's go ahead and try out this little Astick. Ooh, huge. Super huge clouds on that one. I was not expecting it to be that fat of a rip off the bat, but led me to a little bit of a cough attack right there. Super, super heavy on the terps, super heavy on the flavor. I think I might have either I took too long of a hit or this battery right here just absolutely rips, right? I'm gonna go ahead and take a shorter pull. I'm gonna let it cool down a little bit. Maybe I just hit it too quick after priming it. So the atomizer is still very warm. But that right there, off of just the first initial pull, flavors there, you get awesome cloudage, and honestly, this thing rips. The suction on this, the airflow, I guess you could say, is very neat. It's very, very neat on this one. It's kind of like in the middle, but it's not too restrictive, not too airy, and in my personal opinion, it's honestly really, really nice. Comparing it to the other ones that I've tried, Artrix usually has a little bit, like, it's like maybe like 60 to 75% restricted on a lot of their devices. This right here is probably around like a 50 to 60%. Very, very nice airflow on this one. Let's go ahead and go in on a couple of more. Oof. Ooh, that one right there was really packed with flavor. Definitely, I think I needed to let it cool down a bit before going in on another hit, but that right there, easily super straight fire flavor. One thing that I can trust in Artrix products is when you have that flat mesh ceramic core, awesome flavor all the way through and through. Smooth, flavorful. Honestly, I like this one. I honestly, I have really nothing to complain about. I overall like this one. The name is a little bit off-putting, random, but the overall design of this one, small, compact, flavorful. I would have to go ahead and give this one a good solid 8.5 out of 10. All right, ladies and gentlemen, 8.5 on the Artrix Astick. Without further ado, we're just gonna go ahead and end out the review right there. If you guys enjoyed today's quick little video, do your boy one last favor by leaving a fat like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you guys on tomorrow's video.